I really don't like the sound of my voice recorded.
Well, in the beginning, I hated the way I thought I sounded like an idiot.
Yeah.
I was like, who would want to listen to that ever?
Yeah.
And it took me, oh gosh, I don't know. It took me a long time to get to a place where I was like, oh, that's just what I sound like.
I guess this is what I sound like. I think I sound differently.
Well, you sound different to yourself.
Yeah. But the way I sound recorded is how other people hear me.
Correct.
Oh,
But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Like, even though you don't like the way the sound of your voice is to your own ears when you hear it played back, the sound of your voice is not displeasing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It sounds just fine. It sounds just fine.
Okay.
You don't need to
feel
sweat
better
it.
now.
How about that? You just don't need to sweat it at all.
Not worried anymore.
No, you should not be worried at all. It's all good. Okay, we got like a freaking magical day out here after all this rain that we've had.
Rain.
I mean, it is.
Like, what's this?
This is a beautiful fall day here in Sonoma County, man.
We're so lucky.
I know. Did you go to baseball stuff today, or did you do cross-country stuff today?
I had a non-sports weekend, which is
Highly
an exception.
unusual. Highly unusual.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Unusual for me, not coaching.
No, I know.
And unusual for Quinn, but he has a partial tear in his MCL.
Dude, what?
Stupid. So no
That is
baseball
just
for
so
him.
weird. What is he?
No.
I mean, I know he looks like he's 14 years old, but isn't he just 9?
He's just 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a giant of a person.
He's a giant. He's a gentle giant.
He is a gentle giant, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to have you on because I really was hopeful that you'd be willing to talk to me about your, like your running journey.
Okay.
Because I think it's fascinating. But also, I know you have played golf before, and I would love to hear about that, because typically when I have my friends on and we talk about golf, we talk about, or I start it with, like, what is your very first memory of playing golf?
I can tell you.
Tell me.
4th grade.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Also, for those of you tuning in, this is my good friend Kate. She and I went to different high schools together, and now we live here in Sonoma County and we're buddies. She and I know each other because she coaches track with the best person that ever came into my life, Sarah, and they are best friends, and she was willing to come on and entertain my questions. So 4th grade, huh?
4th grade. Okay. I had a babysitter named Phil. I don't even know how he became our babysitter.
Okay.
But
right,
he
Phil.
did. And Phil saw me play soccer, like knew that I loved to play.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go golf. I was like, let's
All
go
right,
golf. And
cool.
so we would go and golf. And it was so much fun.
Did you just go straight to the golf course? Or
Straight
did
to
you
the
go,
golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bypass the
Yeah.
driving range altogether.
I just had like one club.
Perfect. That's all you need.
Yeah. It
Where
was
did you
fun.
play?
Chico.
Yeah, that's right. That's where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. What is the course that you played there?
I think it's probably called like Bidwell.
Oh, yeah.
You know it?
Or there's another one called
Maybe it's called something different.
Butte. Bidwell is not that far. My friend lives near there, and she also has told me for years, you should come and play Bidwell. That's where I teach.
Oh.
Anyway, Janelle, if you're watching, this one's for you. She mentioned Bidwell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played? Because you didn't play in the THS fundraiser, did you?
No.
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 So when's the last time you played?
That's when Quinn hurt his knee. I was going to play.
Did he hurt himself that day?
That day.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That was what, like a month or so ago, maybe 6 weeks or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's gonna play? I don't. So, Amanda, I feel like it's a sport that I would fall in love with if I feel like there's going to be a moment for me.
You'll be
golf.
obsessed.
Yeah.
I mean, for a person who absolutely enjoys doing things that make you feel superhuman, like running the 800 at sub, minute 40, which I think is what you did.
Not quite that fast, but if you want to believe
but
that.
Still, like anything that's under a minute and 50 seconds for the 800 meter, that is insane.
Yes.
And excruciating. It's so hard. Well,
it's the hardest.
so you are cut out for doing a hard thing, which
Yes.
is this stupid game that we
Yes.
all are obsessed with.
Mhm.
Well, do you think that's not happening yet for you because Quinn is so young and you need to focus on your life as a mom?
I would say that I would probably the story I would tell myself is that I don't have the time.
Yeah, it does require some time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So that is clearly we're waiting about 10 years and then you're gonna be a woman obsessed with golfing. This is
think
gonna be
so.
fun for all of us. We'll circle back.
I think when I stop coaching, maybe that will fill up that space.
It definitely could. You would have so much time in the afternoon, especially during track season. After daylight savings time, you have like
I'll have to
5
get Sarah.
hours.
Sarah and I will quit
Oh,
coaching.
please.
And then
Maybe you should quit coaching next season and the two of you should just go golf. I like this.
Yeah.
For me mostly, but I really like this. Okay, tell us about your running career.
Well, okay. It wasn't my first love.
Give us all the details.
But it turned out it was what I was best at. As a kid, I don't know how far you want me to go back.
All the way back.
I just I lived to play.
Yeah.
Any sport. Soccer was sort of like, a mainstay. My first team I was on was a boys team because girls sports was not quite organized
fully
yet.
organized, yeah.
Not fully loaded. I played basketball,
Love basketball.
Loved it. You know that?
Do know that. She's pretty scrappy on the court.
But I did other weird things, like I think diving at one point.
Oh, interesting.
Played racquetball. Loved that.
Man, I love racquetball.
Racquetball was so fun.
My first exposure to racquetball was a freshman in college, and it was the elective course that I took. That's actually such a surprisingly fun sport. And then it came back around when I was a senior. This friend of mine invited me to be on his doubles team, and we swept. There was a competition. We absolutely swept, and that is a lot of action on the court to have 4 people in that tight quarter for that time period. It's fun, very fast, very aggressive game.
Yeah.
I bet you loved hitting it directly at a person.
Yes.
I can just see that right now.
Off like the back.
Totally. Hit it off the back, bang it into the corner, do a double corner. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So I just wanted to do all the things.
To play.
High school, volleyball, swimming, but I really focused on basketball in high school. Dropped soccer.
Yeah.
But then track, right? So freshman
did you
year,
just test it? You were just testing it out? You had never done track.
I was 9th grade. Was my first year. I was on the track team.
And just needed something to do?
It was like a sport to play. I don't think I had one single day after high school, a school day, that I didn't have a practice.
Of whatever sport you were playing. Yeah. What'd you do in the fall? Cross country? No.
Volleyball. So swimming my freshman year, volleyball my sophomore year. And by that time, track was starting to go quite well. And so I was like, oh, I want to get better at that. And so my junior year, I ran cross country.
Okay.
Kind of hated it, but I knew it was going to be the best thing
training
for my track.
for your track experience.
And
when you came in as a freshman on the track team, did you immediately go into the mid-distance running events?
Oh, no.
What did you do first?
Sprinter.
Damn.
Everybody wants to be a sprinter. Because
somebody asked me too, it was last week, somebody asked me, of all the sports that you could play, if you were going to the Olympics and you could do any sport and be the winner, win the gold, what would it be? And I said, I want to do the 100-meter dash.
Yeah.
Like if I could do something that would be superhuman, it would be that.
Yeah.
When I watch those people run 100 meters in sub 10 seconds, it's
amazing.
You are superhuman.
Just like pure strength. Speed.
Burst.
Power.
Yep. It's all power.
Explosive.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of those things. So you were doing the 100-meter dash.
Well, I wasn't that fast. I was like 200. Like, oh, I could do the 200.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'll do the 400. And then that led to the 800. That's the longest I went in track in high school.
And that all happened in your first year, or did that evolve?
Evolve.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mainly 200, 400 my freshman year. sophomore year.
So give us a little bit of just to understand. 200 meters is half a lap. 400 is a full lap. And what is an expected time for a fast runner to run the 200? Let's just go with the full lap. 400 meters. What is an expected fast runner going to do that in?
I think, well, it depends. So we're talking girls.
Yeah, let's just talk girls.
We're talking for freshmen or high school in general?
Tell me about the first time you did it.
Okay, I think I probably ran like I don't know, in the 60s. 60, let's say
60
67.
seconds. 67 seconds. So just barely outside a minute.
Maybe 65 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as your first event, when you first did that, were you pretty close? Were you neck and neck with the other girls that you were running against, or did you get beat? Because my guess is that you got beat and you hated that and you were like, I'm going all in. I'm going to beat everybody.
Correct.
Cheers to the competitor.
Yeah, correct. I didn't, I'm trying to, sorry, you're asking me questions I'm trying to reflect on. I think that as a freshman, here's what it is. I went to a junior high school as a freshman. We were the last graduating class, okay? So that as a freshman, we got to do track with the high school. So
your high school,
that was
your
really
junior,
fun for
I don't
me.
understand.
I know it's stupid.
Your junior high went into ninth
7th through 9th grade.
Gotcha. Okay,
They
I understand.
changed it. It was like kind of old school. It is,
That is old school.
Yeah. So like it was swimming and track were like two sports that we could kind of like play up, so to speak.
With high schoolers.
Yeah. So that was very exciting.
Yeah. So you were doing that as a freshman.
Yeah.
So, well, let me say that differently, because where you were going to school as a 9th grader, you were in junior high, but you were competing on the track team that represented the high school. Yeah. So as a 9th grader who was at the junior high, you were playing high schoolers. So it was also a big deal.
Felt very special.
I bet it did. Did you have to try out as a 9th grader?
Everybody makes track. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But
yes, and to a certain degree, to be able to run in like the races.
To run, to
like
compete,
the good races,
to compete for the school, that's kind of where the tryout actually was. You had to qualify, essentially.
Yeah.
So everybody's being accepted to the track team, but in order to run and represent the school, you are qualifying at practice. Got it, okay. And as a freshman, what I'm understanding is that you were fast enough as a freshman to run in the 400 with people that were technically in high school. And against high schoolers.
Yeah, so I wasn't like winning everything at first, but I was probably close to that.
You were competitive.
And I wanted to.
Yeah. And
I loved it.
Yeah, for sure, which is so weird. I hate running, so I have actually threatened a million times in my mind to call you and be like, will you just teach me to run, because I'm so tired of Sarah telling me that I look like an idiot when I run, which I'm sure I do because I'm not a good runner. But
I can help you.
Yeah, I know you can. I know you can. But what I'm thinking about is, in this experience of you being a 9th grader that's technically not in high school, but you're competing in these meets that are against freshman, sophomore, junior, senior level play.
It felt like a privilege.
Oh, 100%. 100% is a privilege. The other question I was going to ask is, as a person who made the track team, like you said, everybody makes a track team, was there a distinct JV and varsity where you went to school?
Yes.
And you were running for varsity?
Yes.
Straight out the block running for varsity?
Pretty much.
You didn't even know how fast you were. You had no idea how strong of a runner you were. What a gift. That's very cool.
I had to work for it, though.
Yeah, I know you did. It's not easy, man. Running is hard. Running is really hard. Okay. So freshman, your 9th grade year, you're in junior high, you're hanging out with upperclassmen, high schoolers. How many meets before you recognized, okay, if I want to win, I need to do this time? And what was that time?
I mean, I can't actually remember these details back in high school.
Yeah.
It's a little blurry for me, to be honest.
When did it get really clear? When in
my
your
junior
mind?
year.
Okay,
My
tell us
junior
about
year,
that. Because honestly, I don't even know why I'm asking, because I
Yeah.
don't remember freshman or sophomore year either.
Thank you.
It is a blur because Let's be real. Like
also like a scary time in a lot of ways.
Terrifying time. Not a scary.
time.
It's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrifying.
I was like late.
And tell me something.
Bloomer too.
Were you also this height when you were going into freshman year? Because
no,
I was.
I was almost.
And I, because we were 5'10", 5'11".
I was probably like 5'8".
Yeah.
I think I reached 5'10" by my junior year. I was a late bloomer. Like,
I was not. I hit this height, like physically hit this height in like 7th grade.
Okay, that means
just like fucking towering over every human, like just a giant of like a moose, you know, like a baby moose. Emotionally, no, but like that didn't happen till like yesterday. Like I feel like I'm emotionally part of this body now, but that took a long time. But you know, as a freshman coming in, not only are you like competitive and probably competing against other people on your team that are junior, senior level, but you're also not totally in your body yet. But by junior year, you're like, okay, I know what's happening now.
It was not like my freshman year basketball. They added a new column to the stats.
Yeah.
For falls. Because
you fell all the time. Because you had no idea where you were at any point.
Grew real fast. Yeah.
Baby giraffe.
Baby giraffe.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so something must have happened my sophomore year because I was like, oh, I've got to do cross country for my junior year. Coming into junior.
Okay.
The end of track sophomore year, I was like, I'm doing cross country.
Yeah.
And I did, and I hated it because I wasn't good at it.
Oh.
Because you can't just really be good at
You can't just be like
distance.
cruising it. No, man.
You
got to train for
it.
distance.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work
so
for that.
So that was like hard. But I did it, and it helped. And I made it to state.
Would you say
my junior year?
Would you say that it helped when you came into track season that junior year because you had like when I think about cross country, it just looks like suffering.
It's suffering.
It's just suffering.
It's terrible.
Yeah, and
it's amazing when it's over.
Oh man. I bet
the
relief. High when it is over.
Yeah.
Not only relief, that like, okay, maybe now these endorphins are just like bursting all over the place. But that, you know, running 2.5 miles or running 3 miles as hard as you can, you're running as hard as you can for 20 minutes basically. Yeah. And you're going onto the track, and if you're running the 400 meter, and well, now you're running as hard as you can for a minute, which probably felt easy at that point.
Well, it's a different system, and I must have had an idea that the 800 was going to be my race. I think that's probably why I ran cross country. So my junior year, I made it to the California State track meet in the 800. And making it to state in California is big. It's the most competitive track environment in the country. So
it was 20 years ago, and it still remains that way now.
Yeah.
Look at how I gave us 5 years, 6 years,
Thank you.
7, 8 years. I think I gave us 8 years.
Yeah, you did.
We both graduated, I think, in 96, 97.
We did, yeah. So.
Yeah, which is impressive that that many years ago, 19, you were a junior in 94 or 95.
Yeah, so I was I was 96, so I'm a year older than you.
You're 1 year ahead of me.
So this would have been like 94.
Yeah, and
95.
If at that time, in the state of California, track and field is extremely competitive then. We can only imagine what it's like today. And, you know, my nephew is a brilliant runner, but we've looked at his form, and you've told me that you wish you had him so you could talk to him about his form because he's actually pretty fast. He just got accepted and signed at BYU to run for them.
For him.
I know.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting. And his time, I think, for the 400, when he was at state, and this is, of course, boys, so their times are a little different. I think he was at 51 or 52.
Sounds about right.
Or I don't know. I'll have to look. His stats are on a post that was made recently, but when he runs the 800, that's when I'm really, really impressed because it's 2 full laps, full sprint.
It's the hardest.
It's the hardest freaking run you are going to do in your life. You're going to want to die.
Exactly.
Either halfway through or that last stretch, you're going to wish you were dead so that it just would end. Which is so phenomenal to me that you were like, that's the one I'm going to do. Why? Why is that one the one you wanted?
It wanted me. It chose me.
Oh, say more.
I was just had more success at it.
Yeah.
Like I was fast, but was I fast like a sprinter? No, I wasn't going to be fast as a sprinter. Like I had a relatively decent time coming out of high school with a 400. I think I ran a 56.
Yeah.
Um,
That's as a
out.
senior, like graduating, moving into college, you were running the 400 at 56 seconds.
But I was a 2:13 800 runner. I ran that at the state. I made it state again my senior year. Ran 2:13. It was a huge PR. I think it was like maybe like a 3-second PR. So like when
That
you have
is
to run,
huge.
that's a lot.
That is a lot. To shave 3 seconds off to shave 1 second is a lot.
My junior year at state, I didn't make it to the final, so it was a big learning curve for me. My senior year, I went back to the state meet, made it to the final, placed.
Yeah.
So that was, I learned that I could, when it mattered, like I could show up.
You could turn it on.
And that race in and of itself is probably what made Oregon possible for me.
The 800 meter at state.
Like that one
when
race.
you finished at 2:13.
Yeah.
Like they saw you. Like they hadn't noticed you or recognized you prior.
Or my time was like good enough.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of track too, is that there's no subjectivity to it. You're either
fast or you're not. You're either fast or you're not. Yeah. I would say that that parallels golf too. For example, like the measure is what is par for the course, right? Like that's the standard, but any given day, anybody can set a new bar for what par actually is because they may go low, or if the course is set up really hard, it may go higher than that. And the reason I bring that up is because you don't always run a track meet with no wind, perfect sunshine, then the right temperature. Conditions matter. And so, you know, you're either shooting well or you're not shooting well.
Right.
And you have the skills. Like we all of us have these tools at our disposal. Like you know how to run. You know what good running form is. You know how to hold your body. You know how to control your breath. You know when to kick. You know when to, like, okay, now I'm pacing my own self. You know all of those things. And there is a certain time where it's like, okay, it's go time. I have to go no matter what the conditions are. And the same thing exists in my sport too. And I was a good golfer by standards that exist now. But to be at the level that you're describing, because Oregon doesn't know who I am. And then, and like where I grew up, like our Oregon in my golf life in 97 would have been Arizona State. Or Tennessee or Georgia or Troy or, any of these schools that their golf program they were winning championships.
Legendary.
They were legendary winning and at that time when I was in college, and I don't know, because I don't know tracks statistics or anything, this why it's an interesting conversation to me, because I think there's a lot of parallels because it's a solo sport on a team. Right?
Yes.
But at that time, Arizona State had won 6 national championships in a row when I was in college.
Wow.
Yeah, they were phenomenal as a program. And to win 6 national championships in a row, every player on your team shoots subpar every time.
Wow.
So what par actually is, or what's the standard, what's the expectation, it's not always a moving target, but sometimes it feels like it is. And it's kind of the same in your sport where you're describing is, it's not like, oh, I'm the best.
Someone's always better.
Somebody's always better. Somebody's always faster. Somebody is in a better whatever today. Like you ran the fastest last week, but maybe you went out and you worked really hard. Now you're injured.
Right.
So actually training in a way, anyway, there's like so many offshoots we can have here. Anyways, go back to you're a junior in college. You've decided you're going to run the 800. You decided to run cross country, which we all know is just a sufferfest. As a cross country runner, and I've watched, because I've known you now for a long time, and Sarah and I have been together a long time, and I'm watching these kids run cross country. It is actually the most moving experience I've had watching sports, because I literally cry every time I watch them come across the finish line because I know they're just suffering, but they're giving it everything they have. Like those last 50 meters, it's everything they have in the tank. And it's probably already empty, but it's just like they're just scraping the tank just to get to the finish line. How, as a player, as a runner, like where is that coming from?
It's such an interesting thing to think about. It's guts, you know, it's emotion. It's like you're to get to that place. You hear a term recently, it wasn't around when I was running, but there were similar ones, but it's like being able to like sit in the pain cave. Like some people have that ability. I don't know if it's like you disconnect or disassociate. There's something that you go somewhere else.
Yes. You disappear from your body and really your brain.
But it's like also a flow state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that for short periods of time on the bike. Like when we do spin together, and there's times in those rides where I'm like, this hurts so fucking bad.
It's a practice.
It is a practice. It feels like, yes, there is a physical practice training to it, but it feels like more mental than
physical.
Yeah. Again, a parallel to our respective craft. To be really good at this game, you need to be able to essentially like work magic in your mind. You have to. You have to remove yourself from whatever is distracting you, whatever just happened, whatever is possibly coming, and just do the thing right now. And it sounds like in cross country, it's like, I can only focus on this stride right now. Yeah.
Endurance sports, it's totally different. It's 100% mental.
No, totally.
I would say you have to have some natural ability.
You need some ability. You need to work that ability. That's how you develop the talent for it. But the talent is developed over
a very long period of time.
Long periods of time where you actually train your mind to manage that experience.
I got better at it.
I bet. You had to. So jumped in your junior year, then you ran the 800 in your junior year track season, and that was that your second season doing that event by choice, basically?
Yeah.
Like, where's your coaching? Were they like, hey, you seem to be cut out for middle distance. Maybe we put you in that.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I'm sure they were.
I'm like, you should try the 800.
Yeah, because they were like, you're fast, but you're not exactly that fast.
It was probably like trying to score points or something. Like in a meet.
Yeah, we're going to put you here because you seem to be comfortable suffering. I mean, that's a really interesting offshoot too. Like, what is it about these runners that they're comfortable suffering? Like, you have a cross country team right now, and I know Lucas is comfortable suffering.
He does it really well.
Yeah, because he can go hard and fast for a very long time.
He can. And he's also like very passionate. He loves the sport. It's almost like a singular focus.
Yeah.
And that's all he wants to do. And in a way, to be good at something, you need to
be able to dedicate it. You need to be able to dedicate all of your energy to that. Yeah. It's fascinating. Okay, so coming into senior year then, you ran cross country again.
Yep.
Probably faster than you were your junior year.
Yep.
Still suffered, because that's what it is. When you came into track season in your senior year, what had been your fastest time as a junior? Do you remember?
Either 2:21 or 2:19. I can't remember.
Okay, so let's just say it was
2:19.
Let's just say it was 2:19.
You ask me hard questions.
Well, get in the game, man. So then coming into senior season, you went from
2:19.
Yeah. So you went from probably starting the season at 2:19 to then finishing at state at 2:13. That's 5 huge. Seconds. That's so much. Right? Is that 5 or is that 6? That's 6 seconds. Jesus. I'm bad at math.
Yeah. So, okay, backing up a tiny bit. And I don't think who's going to be interested in this?
Me. Okay. I'm interested. They really just watch us because we're pretty.
Yeah,
let's be real. They're just tuning in because we're beautiful people.
Let them.
Yeah.
I came off of a basketball season that was just like huge.
Okay.
It was a great season. My team made it to like the section championship, which was we hadn't made it that far in basketball. I had a game where I was a streaky shooter. Like I'd either make everything or miss everything.
That's tough for a coach.
Very.
And for a player.
There were some games where, like, because of that, like I didn't start. They would put me in later. That was hard. But one of these games, like I hit like, I don't know, like 8 3-pointers. Put us into like triple overtime because I was like hitting them at the buzzer. It was just like the most.
You were performing miracles.
It was like,
that's nothing like that. That is a trip.
So I share that with you for a couple reasons, because it's fun to relive that memory. But no, I was going to play basketball at Chico State and run track.
Both of them for Chico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do going into my senior track season.
Is that just because you never considered anything else?
I mean, I was a good athlete.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, you were like, well, Chico State's here and I live in Chico and I'm going to go to school in Chico. Was that the line of?
I didn't I saw myself as like a Division II athlete at that time.
Okay.
Like I saw that as I was not a D1 basketball player.
Yes.
But I
got you.
Play D2 basketball and I loved it. I wanted to play basketball.
Right.
And I was saying earlier, track was not my first love.
Basketball was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Senior year track season, that's, people have their life sorted mostly. And I thought I did too.
I don't think either one of us had our lives sorted our senior year.
True.
Yeah.
But you have an idea of what you're going to do after college. Or at least a lot of my peers were, the school I was at, people like kind of
they already
knew
knew like the path that they were going down.
And I thought
yeah. Did you think that you were going to be a teacher, an administrator at that time?
No, I had no clue.
Just where you were going to go to school.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think even in my senior year, at that time, like the spring semester, I had already signed to go to Arkansas State, but not because I was like, I'm going to study this and I'm going to finish with this and I'm going to do blah, blah. I had no idea.
Same. I had no idea.
No idea.
I was going to college to play sports.
That's all I was
sure
like of. In my mind, like all I could get to was I play golf for Arkansas State, period. Full stop. I had no other answers.
Mm-hmm. That was my only answer.
Yep.
I did fine in school.
Sure.
I did well for like the teachers that I liked.
Yes, I did really well for the teachers I liked.
If I would just get by, if it wasn't like, if it didn't grab me.
Yep.
I didn't realize I was a student, or I became a student in college.
Same. When you were in high school, because I feel like we probably had similar experiences, like doing well in school and high school was directly related to my desire to play. Because obviously this is the same for you, like it is now too. Like you can't play unless you perform well on your report card. And you didn't need to do amazing. You just needed to not have any D's or F's on your report card.
Correct.
You needed to maintain a 2.0.
I didn't really tend to my learning.
Not at all.
To a certain degree, yes.
No,
but
it was only out of necessity. Like, I have a test in psychology next week. I have a paper that I have due for English. Like, I would do the things that I was supposed to do, but
it wasn't what I loved.
Absolutely not. I could care less. It was just a means to get to the field. It was just a means to be with my team. And it didn't pivot for me. Like the desire to learn new things or absorb new information didn't happen until I was in college either. Okay, so you're coming into your senior year.
You have this track season. Yeah, I'm going to play basketball.
I'm playing basketball in Chico.
And I'll run track.
Yeah. Had you been recruited by them, or were you just planning to walk on?
I was just going to walk on.
You're like, I go to school here.
Yeah.
Don't you know me?
I can do this.
Didn't you see that I ran the 213 for the 800 meter? Come on.
So that happened. Yeah. So 213, state meet, senior year. Like it might have been like June 3rd. I might have graduated on June 5th, and then all of these college coaches started calling.
Oh.
So it was the summer after my senior year. I went on all these recruiting trips. I went to Arkansas.
Whoa.
I went to Texas Tech. I was going to go to Missouri. These were coaches that were recruiting me. I didn't know anything about the recruiting process.
Yes.
I thought that they had to reach out to me, and so they did after the state
Where
meet.
is your coaching staff in high school? No one's talking to you about this? Why?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't know either. I don't know.
Maybe not, I guess. Interesting. Okay, so you went on these recruit trips.
And so then I was thinking, whoa, this might change. Maybe I'm not going to Chico State. Maybe I'm going here. People were offering me scholarships.
Yeah, they were offering you money to go to school there.
And I went, the Arkansas was insane, like the facilities.
I know. That's not where I went to school, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. University of Arkansas is a huge, big school.
Yeah, the Razorbacks.
The Razorbacks. Yeah.
I just didn't quite see myself there.
Shocker. I can't imagine why.
Same with Texas Tech.
Yep.
But it was a learning experience.
And both of those schools have excellent programs. D1, high level, SEC schools, big schools.
And I'm sure I would have had a great experience.
You would have had an incredible experience, I'm sure.
But then something clicked for me. I was like, wait a second. If I could do that
there, why can't I go
could do that
here?
at Oregon. And so I learned that you can actually reach out.
Okay.
So I did.
Yeah.
And they were like, yes,
please
come. So I got a partial scholarship.
Yeah. Yes.
And fortunate that I was able to go. And it was late in the game. I didn't run cross country my freshman year at Oregon because I came in and worked out with the sprinters. Because 800, it's I was more of a 800 runner than anything else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, went to Oregon.
Damn. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks. Yeah. That was a dream.
100%. Big D1 school. Okay, what was it like to run for Oregon?
It was
kind of repped by Nike. You're in a town
I felt like I was
large.
in a dream.
Oh, for sure.
In a sense, like it was surreal.
Yeah.
And it was both like, I think a little bit like running that fast time at the state meet, like the pressure, it was actually a positive thing for me.
Yeah.
So kind of we referenced Lucas Welty, how committed he is to sport and how like passionate, like all he thinks about. I was like that.
Yes.
At Oregon. Like,
yes.
It's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a part. I loved being a part of that running community.
Yeah.
And it was something I just worked at every day.
How many women on the Oregon team ran the 800 that you were competing against? You were jockeying to figure out who was going to run in the meet to travel. You were competing. You were qualifying to figure out who was going to travel. How many?
So I mean, I was just trying to figure it all out. I mean, I was running against like fifth-year seniors. And,
yes.
And people who had run some like very impressive times. So it was all extremely intimidating.
So when you got to college, you were coming off this high as a senior in high school running the 800 at 2:13. What were your college cohort 800-meter runners running the 800 at?
Not as fast as that. Yeah.
Not as fast.
You mean freshmen? Sorry.
No.
Freshmen coming in or college
I mean, just
cohorts?
anybody.
Oh, gosh.
Anybody
so I think Karin Knudsen was like at a 2:04. Like same with like Vicky Flesher.
Yeah.
Was like maybe ran like a 2:03.
Okay, so how do you train your body to run 10 seconds faster?
Well, it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a person on this team with these other, and I mean, you're going to a school that the student body is 50,000 people, right?
Yeah.
And the track team alone, just the track team is probably 150 member track team.
Not that big. No.
Let's say it's 100.
No, it's still not that big.
80? Maybe?
No. I mean,
you're gonna make me grab at straws here until we get the right number. Ding, ding, ding.
it was more like, it wasn't really the numbers. It was the quality.
No. I get that. I'm not saying that even if it was 150 members strong, that they wouldn't be quality runners.
Yeah.
I believe every person that would be on Oregon's track and field program and team would be the cream of the crop. All of them. Which is what it is when you go to D1 school. Like, you're a big fish in a small pond at your high school, and then you go and you're in the ocean now. And you thought you were big time, and you just aren't. You were good compared to what these people are doing over here. How long did it take you before you were running at those times that you just mentioned? The 2:04.
So my freshman year did not go well.
Mine either. It went like total trash. I could not qualify for one freaking thing.
Terrible.
It was terrible.
I was just walking around scared every day. And not in a terrible way, but really, I was like, do I belong here? This is intimidating.
100%.
These people are like so amazing.
Yeah. I don't fit.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this. Like, figuring out, freshman year was a total wash.
Yeah.
I also found out that I was like severely anemic.
Oh no.
So I had to figure that out, like getting my iron sorted. So kind of a similar thing happened after my freshman year. I was like, I've got to run cross country.
Oh, okay.
So I did that my sophomore year.
For Oregon?
For Oregon.
Damn. Just walked onto the cross country team, or did you have the track coach talk to the, or was that the same coaching staff? Okay.
Yeah, Tom Heineman.
Yeah.
So what I did first was I went home, and I was lucky to connect with someone who went to a different high school, but she and I ran every day. I didn't tell my coach. I was like, I'm going to see if I can get ready for this.
For cross country.
For cross country.
Yeah.
So I ran every day. We ran at like 6 a.m, just putting in the miles.
Yep.
Didn't have like a training plan, but just put in the miles.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I can do this. And so I called him up, and it was like a week before the cross country team goes to like their summer training camp.
Yeah.
I called my coach and I said, I want to do this. And he was really surprised. I'm like, I've been running
all summer.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I ran cross country. I think I made the I should remember this more. I did make the traveling team.
Yeah.
But I was not like a great cross country runner, but I was still running for Oregon. It did help me a lot for track.
I can only imagine. It just would only encourage more growth, more development, more speed, all of those, more strength, all of it.
Well, I started
because
I went from a 4,800 runner to now I'm a true middle distance runner for track.
So 1,500.
Which ended up being my best race.
Okay. Did you pivot towards that by your sophomore season? Okay. And did he see what you were doing as a cross country runner and be like, you need to be a middle distance runner?
Yes.
Okay, because you can suffer. You're comfortable suffering.
Yes.
Yeah. Were you able to set records before your senior season for Oregon?
I set, what did I do? I think I ran like the 3rd fastest indoor mile for Oregon, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like All-American in the indoor mile and outdoor 1,500 meter.
All-American.
So that was kind of my kind of status.
Yeah. Indoor and outdoor. Do you run indoor?
Indoors like a season. It's a season between cross country and outdoor track.
So it is winter. It's winter. What's the difference between running indoor versus outdoor? Just obviously the obvious difference is that it's indoor versus outdoor.
Oftentimes the tracks are a 200-meter banked track. Sometimes there are different facilities will have a slightly different configuration.
Okay.
Like I think University of Washington by my senior year opened up an indoor, like I think it was a 300-meter track, not banked.
Is that harder to run on or easier to run on? Banked to not banked?
I kind of liked the banked, but harder for distance for sure if it's banked.
Why? The whole thing is banked.
The corners, yeah.
Oh, just the corners, not the flats, not the straights, just the turns.
Yeah.
So it's harder.
I mean,
it just seemed like it was. It seemed like it to you. Curious.
Because
Okay.
you're part of running for middle distance, is finding that is getting into that rhythm.
Yeah.
And the rhythm shifts quite a bit on a big track.
That makes sense. Yep. That makes sense. Because it's, like if I was to liken it to anything that we would experience out here, you don't have, it's an expected experience out on the golf course is that you're not going to have a flat lie every time. You're not going to have a perfect lie like you would on the driving range every time. So you have to prepare for it. We do prepare for that when we're in training sessions and things for golf, but it's usually a surprise to a person who's only been on the range. If they're not, and I would imagine, like, I don't think you did any banked running before you got into college, right?
No, I've never even seen one.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're always running outside. Interesting. Well, they don't know this, but I do, that you were slated to go to the Olympics. Why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, goodness. That's a generous term. It was, what did I had an Achilles injury. I qualified for in the 1500, but I had an Achilles injury, and it was really my only injury that I would say compromised what I wanted to do or was hoping to do or aiming to do. I was pretty lucky with being able to train through. Time is really a gift when it comes to running. There really aren't any shortcuts. So training consistently is how you see results. It's probably not any different than
it is
any
exact same here. It's the exact same here. Like I talk about this a lot with a lot of people now, especially on social media. People can get access to this free training plan that I have. It's for a 1 hour training session. And that 1 hour training session covers pretty much everything in your golf game. And if your training is efficient, it's likely that you will have a better time on the golf course. But most people don't know how to train. They will just be on the driving range trying to hit their driver 100 times, whether it's to blow off steam or because they saw something somewhere or somebody said something to them. They're like, okay, I'm going to hit 100 shots doing that. But even on the driving range, if there's no way for you to test if the skill is developed, then you don't know if you've actually got it. And then you go on the course where you've only got the one try instead of 100 tries where there's zero pressure. You can't perform because you didn't put yourself in a tested trial. The same is true for your sport too, is there's all these things that I never even considered that you would have to do to train your body to run well. And obviously, I know you need to be in the gym and you need to build the muscle so that it can be in that high exertion sprint mode. But there's also like all those skip things that you do. Like I still don't even know what all that shit's about, but I have tried to do some of that and I can do some of it. But then I start to think about it and then I'm whack. I cannot do it. Those things to me seem like we are training the body to respond to the track. Train it to respond. Like you have the fundamentals built in. Use the track as a spring to launch you forward still. And that is that's just a skill. Like you're no longer in like the baby fundamentals. This is advanced fundamentals is what we're talking about. But you have to build that base first before I can say, okay, now, Kate, you know how to hold the golf club and you know how to address the golf ball. Now we can talk about how to put spin on the ball. I can't start out the block with spin if you don't know how, if your setup and your fundamentals are trash.
Right.
Which I'm sure as a coach now, like this evolution of, like what a fascinating journey you've been on, because I felt the same way about golf. I did not want to play golf. It was fine, but it was not my passion. I love basketball and I love softball. Those were the things that I wanted to play. Like when I imagined myself being in college, it was playing softball, because that's what I spent most of my high school career doing. All 4 years I played softball. And I had been playing softball since I was 8. It felt very comfortable, very natural. This team sport for better or worse, you're leaning on other people.
Yeah.
Whereas with track and with golf, I can sort of lean on you if you're my teammate. Like I can request that you put up a good number so that we as a team can win. But in reality, if you play like shit and I play great and I win the tournament, like, great, I did my job.
It's interesting, like the team thing. That's what I loved. I think basketball. So
that's why I loved it too. I love that camaraderie about it.
Like it was less about leaning on, like something that really drove me was that I did not want to let my teammates down.
Yes.
I was going to push myself like to my absolute limits and then past that.
Yes.
For my teammates.
Yes.
And it wasn't the same for track. It was all
solo.
Yeah.
It was all you. But you liked that too.
I
probably not as much, but you liked it the same.
Yeah, trying to figure out other ways that I could be in that sport, and it not just be about me.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to do.
Hard to do.
It's hard to do. Yeah. I mean, I would say that in my experience as a team golf participant, I want my teammates to do well, but I also want to beat their asses. So, and I think as a teammate, I needed someone to push me like that too. And I knew that I had teammates that wanted to beat me. Mm-hmm. And that was motivation enough for me to work hard, to do well, to get better, to master one specific shot or whatever, which I would imagine is how the competitive athlete will start to move through, even if they're on a team, even if they represent a team that is generally seen as an individual sport. That's how we as competitive athletes motivate ourselves to motivate other people that we're on the same team with. I thank you for telling me your story.
Of course.
I don't have all those details in my mind about like what your times were and how you evolved as a runner and just like the evolution of discovery. It's really fun to hear how people get to the place in their life where they are. I mean, you're coaching kids how to run and not just like managing the schedule and making sure they're at the meets on time, but you're legitimately looking at their form and being like, you could be really good at this if you would just do this. You need to do this. So let me show you.
I love it so much. Like the coaching part of it.
Yeah.
I think probably because for lots of reasons, like I did have some good coaches. Maybe they didn't know how to like coach me to pursue like different college, the college thing. But just in terms of like the time given, like the sport referencing mindset. Mm-hmm. So it's not just, that's that very thing. Mm-hmm. Like having adults that are not your parents at that age be there to offer that kind of guidance is everything.
It really is. And if you've ever been in a position where you are coaching teenagers, high schoolers, because I never realized how important or valuable those coaches were to me until I became one. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't say I had bad coaches, but I had coaches that had favorites, or I had coaches that were coaching because it got them free access to things, not because they really gave a shit about coaching or training, like really legitimately training you to do a thing. And, when you are given a position in high school, part of the motivation is that it's a paid job. So it gives you a little bit of extra cash. It does not pay well. It's like, I'm going to pay for my Christmas gifts with this paycheck. That's it. But there's a lot of coaches out there that they do it because they really want to see their kids do well. They see the potential in those players to really go somewhere. It's like watching Caden run. Mm-hmm. Like we all knew that he was a superior runner. I mean, like the willingness to suffer. it's kind of built into his body, his DNA. And good coaches are able to take that desire, reinforce with fundamentals, to then see them excel in their craft. And that is the gift.
Mm-hmm.
I know you have it because I've watched you train these kids. Sarah has it too. People say that I have it. I hope that I have it because I want my players to feel like they can, like they're able to go to the next level. Like in my sport, I think about this story that's happening a lot, and not happening a lot, but it's a story that exists and it's kind of floating around the Operation 36 community. That's the program that powers all of my group training. And there's this kid that got accepted and is going to North Carolina State on a golf scholarship. I don't know if he's full ride, but that's not an easy thing to accomplish because it's a D1 school and he is a very good golfer. And his coach asked him, you know, what's it like for you to be playing a round of golf and be under par almost the whole time?
Wow.
And he said, I'm not comfortable being under par because when I started learning to play golf, I was under par because I started at the right position. And I bring that up because if you and I, as basketball players, as 8-year-olds, no, we go further back as a 6-year-old, if we're trying to hurl a basketball into a 10-foot hoop, it's so daunting that it eliminates the development of the fundamentals.
Actual skills, yeah.
So they put us at an 8-foot goal and they teach us how to shoot. And that is what is happening now in my program, is that my players are learning how to shoot par or under par because they're playing close enough. You learn how to develop those skills because you're playing at an appropriate distance or challenge point, rather. And I think my guess is, like, if we were out at a track meet that was held for elementary school kids, you're not going to give them a shot put that weighs the same as what the high schooler is going to throw. Same with the discus. It's not going to be the same size. They can't get their hand around it, right? So we put them in tools that make it so that it's accessible to them so they can be successful.
Exactly.
So they can learn the fundamentals.
That's why everyone wants to be a sprinter.
Because
they don't have...
You don't have to learn anything.
They don't have the skill. They don't have the stamina or strength to run anything farther.
Run anything longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a similar thing.
Yes. And I think, you know, if we were comparing to basketball or comparing to golf, like if you compare it to basketball, most people just want to shoot.
Yeah.
Because defense is fucking hard.
Yes.
It's hard. If you are a good defender, you are working your ass off for, 25 minutes straight. You're just working. That's why everybody wants to shoot.
Yeah.
Defense is hard. Trying to find a body to box out, but then once you get it and you figure it out, you're like, oh, this shit is fun.
Fun.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Like, you are not coming in my paint. Not coming in.
Not getting by me.
Yes. It's the same thing in golf. Like, when I spend time working on my short game and I realize, oh, I can get up and down out of a trash can. It doesn't matter if I hit a trashy tee shot like I did today on number 8. I hit the ball exactly 100 yards with a 3-wood because I hit it so bad. But then I ended up with a par on the hole because I hit a good shot out to the fairway. I hit that shot to 8 feet and then I made the putt. There's no picture on the scorecard. There's a number, all right? And it's just like what you were saying with running. Like, on any given day, someone is superior.
Always.
Always. Someone is superior with time. There is no, you have to meet this. It's just who is fastest that day, right? There's a barometer in golf. Like, par at this golf course is 72, but that's not what par is going to be today. It will be sub that number. And that will be the new barrier.
I love it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
This is fun.
Yeah. We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
After you've started golfing.
Everyone wants to listen to us.
After you've started golfing, we'll have you back on. You can tell us about your journey.
Yes.
That'll be really fun. Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks. We'll see you guys next time. Watch out. There's the ball coming back at us.